So Susan, what are we about to do?
We're about ready to go and surprise a lot of our inner circle members. So they're gonna be surprised to see me.
Yeah, so Susan, we didn't tell people she was coming, so this is a surprise, but we're having an inner circle meetup here in London. So we're gonna go to a restaurant called Smokestack. I think there's like 8 or 9 inner circle members who are here in London who can make it for this 1 p.m. lunch. Our Uber driver, I think, is here. So we're gonna go meet them for lunch, just hang out, have a good time. And as we travel more, try and do more of these meetups everywhere we go. So that's what we're doing.
It's gonna be awesome.
Smokestack.
Got it. All right, let's do this.
You first. This is him. I see him. You first. Get in there. Look at this group of people. How are you? Hi. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Lee, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
for
you.
coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey, it's Nat.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
How you doing? Good to see you. James, gotta hug it out, man.
Hey!
Come here, big guy. How are you?
Fall into the oven.
How you doing, man?
Very good, yeah, you?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, yeah, it's great.
Are you getting shorter?
I think so, yeah, I feel like it.
How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. First name.
Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
We have 2 Lees.
Yes.
Awesome. Did you know Susan was here? Yeah, this is awesome.
Kept secret.
You hid her in the bathroom, right?
We surprised Diana last night. She was like, shut the fuck up. And that's Anthony, everybody.
Hi, Anthony. Is he allowed to talk? No.
This is awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we haven't been here, but it looks really
It smells amazing. Cheers to everybody. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Seriously, this is incredible. Thank you. Are you going to create any online content? Are you going to write any articles or post on Instagram or?
I'm reluctant to do it.
Why? That's bullshit. You do know why. Why are you reluctant? You just don't want to dive into that. Like, it's a whole other rabbit hole. Got it.
sometimes you just hold.
The biggest thing is happiness. As long as you're happy, that's most important.
How low do I go? Because obviously, you know, I go too low when I go low.
Well, then you answer your own question. That's amazing. That's good. Dude, anytime if like I don't respond here, because I get a lot, so like, but if I don't respond here or just like email me, like, and put inner circle in the subject line, like I'll respond usually within 24 hours. All right? Thank you, man.
We'll start again.
Get back into something.
Get back into the swing of things, really.
Got it.
I mean, I mainly make it to the gym about twice a week.
Good.
I think the pop-up thing is kind of more or less equivalent of a gym session as well, because carrying the machine
You're doing
and
a
standing
lot.
up all day and things like that. So it's not awful, but I'd like to just.
What do you do when you go to the gym?
I tend to do some of the inner circle
Okay,
type
good.
of workouts.
Good,
still,
perfect.
Yeah, generally, yeah. So I like that kind of thing. I think I just need to make sure. I'd like to just make sure I hit 3 times a week, consistently.
Yep.
I felt like it was sort of.
Or even if you go 2 times a week, just do 1 upper and 1 lower.
Yeah.
Or you could do the full body twice,
Yeah.
but like 1 upper, 1 lower. Or like you could do like 1 upper and then 1 full.
Yeah.
But like doing 1 of those is plenty.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's plenty.
Yeah.
And then you have the pop-up thing too, which is like workout. Like, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose I should do that. Just make sure I feel. It's because I feel like I'm missing them. But then I feel like, I'm not kind of.
That's the issue. Is when you, even if you're going, if you feel like it's not enough,
Yeah.
it's easy to be like, well, what's the point? And then you like nutrition goes to shit and everything. It's like that's plenty. That's 2 times a week plus like your pop-up stuff. Plenty. It really is. You have to believe that in order for like, because once you actually believe it, then everything else falls into place. And it's true. It's the saying, something is better than nothing. It's not bullshit. Like 2 times a week is great. Not if you want to be an elite Olympic athlete, but like to get stronger and like feel better, absolutely. Of course. And then once you like actually believe it and do it for a month, you're like, holy fuck, like I've lost 3 pounds and like I feel better and my bench press went up and like that motivation to go 3 times a week will come. And it's like, I very much mean it. 2 times a week is plenty.
Thanks.
Thank you, man.
I brought my training log with me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Let me see it. That's awesome. Pause or unpause?
Unpause, just touch.
Got it, okay. That's important. I'd go like 83, 87, 90. That's a great first meet. That's really good. Cool? Then when you enter a full meet, then you have to take it in consideration. Squat's gonna tire you out for bench. One of the meets that I went into, one of my first ones, I didn't realize how much my bench would tire out my deadlift because my arch on my bench, like my back started cramping. And so it's like, it's a whole different mindset game, but when you do that, let me know and we'll work on attempts for that.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
You feel good? Make sure you get videos of your bench, right?
I'll try and get some to film on the day as well.
Good, good. Thank you. I'm stoked that you came.
And you two are exactly like you are.
Oh, good, I hope so.
Exactly.
Thank you, I'm glad. Gary puts it a really good way. Gary always like, if you try and build the biggest building by tearing everyone else's building down, it's not going to do well. If you build the biggest building, build the biggest building, but don't tear anyone else down in the meanwhile. It's like, it's a concept a lot of people don't understand, and it stems from insecurity. It's like, oh fuck, maybe they'll take my client or because I'm not good enough, rather than just focusing on caring more and helping more. And like, if that means giving someone else your client because you know they'll be a better fit, do that. But people they don't like that. I think sometimes the best way to attack all of the problems is to start with one. Because then once you solve one problem, you start to create an infrastructure for all of them. You create more contacts, you create more like awareness, and you have more experience to like, okay, so like this worked with this is what we had to adjust. So rather than being like, okay, so we need to have like this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem, it's like, let's start with like this one and create all of the resources around this.
And then you get a platform, you have people who are already on board.
Yeah, you have awareness, then like you create contacts with people who have the same interests. It's like, hey, like this was great, now let's like go to this one. And it's more with that, you can come up with the next step.
I mean, is it not a bit like fitness? And you know, building a bit of momentum?
It's exactly right. It's an amazing environment to have. And even something like that, like most people don't have that type of positive environment. That could be like one place, literally just like create, like, fuck, like if we're gonna take what you said and extrapolate it to like, I want to create the most positive fitness community in the world. How? Let's start by like doing coaching, and then let's start creating content online. Then you start by like taking one-on-one clients. Then you start by like, okay, well now we're gonna like create this private group. It's like one thing at a time will lead to it. I think if you try and go towards that like everything at once, that's when you get fucked. When you're not passionate about what you're doing, it's like waking up is hard. But people, it's funny, people are always like, I don't know like how you don't sleep so much, like, or like you need to get more sleep. I've always been a huge believer that like I'd rather have a job that I was so excited I didn't want to sleep than a job that I was like hated so much I couldn't wait to go to sleep. You know, it's like, and clearly this is something where you're like, you're so excited to get started that like you'd happily give up sleep, a couple hours sleep to get stuff done because you're passionate about it, versus like maybe going to the restaurant at this point you're like, all right,
Dreading it.
yeah, Exactly, and then resenting people for it.
I know. That was why I wanted to get out early, because I wanted to preserve my relationship with my family.
Smart, very smart. Like, you might have created a brief period of awkward now that in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you'll have an amazing relationship that you otherwise wouldn't have had.
Yeah, if I focus on myself, I can serve them better as a daughter.
Exactly. Support everything. This is it. Holy fuck.
Have a look, have a look.
Oh my god. PB and J-Lo. Oh dear lord.
Good choice. What's your
Bye guys, thank you so much.